Okay, the tools that I use for this job is 19 for the castle nut. The new one was actually a 22. Yours might be different. It might be the same as a 19, but whatever. So 2 wrenches for that, and then I've got your 3/8 ratchet wrench, 12mm. That was for the 2 nut and bolts that I use for the ball joint, and my long box end ratchet, 14 and 12, but I use the 12 side. And then penetrating oil, always handy no matter what. Got to big it up for the free all, yeah. And then 3/8 ratchet, battery powered, just makes the job go a little quicker. And then when it comes to tightening things, then I go back to my ratchet. And then the pry bar for helping pull down that up control arm. And then obviously a floor jack for putting underneath the lower ball joint to suspend that string, to support the spring so it didn't just go boing. And that's pretty much all of the tools that I did use for this job, apart from 21 socket and impact gun to remove the wheel. And then when you put it back on, obviously you'll have to torque down those wheel nuts. Most Toyotas are usually around about 76 inch-pounds to 80 inch-pounds. It's usually a good rule of thumb on Toyotas. Yeah, hopefully that helps out. And if you have any questions, hit them up in the comments. Please like, it helps these videos go further, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Here we go, upper ball joints on Toyota Tacoma. This is a rear wheel drive. Remove the cotter pin from the bolt here, or the nut. Let's see if we can come this side. There we go. Remove the cotter pin. Loosen the nut off as far as you can. Well, until the threads are not showing. Just level right here. And then with a hammer or a pickle fork, or a sledgehammer, you can smack against this. Or if you get a pickle fork, you can pickle fork straight under here. Don't take it off completely, because we've got this suspended. And then this is going to hold here until we lower this down. You got the jack here. Same on this other side. Cotter pin's out. Cotter pin out. Nuts just all the way down to the bottom. Then we smack this with a sledgehammer. Or like I said, you can use a pickle fork in here. Pickle fork it. And now this is under pressure because of this spring, so we're going to lower this down and put the jack underneath it. Okay, here we go. So we got this jack now supported on the lower ball joint. We've got this jacked up a little bit to take the pressure off, compress the spring a little bit, so when you then take this nut off, it's not going to explode on you. You can kind of see I've got some, I'm up a little bit here, so the pressure and the weight of the vehicle will help keep this in place when you go to undo this bolt here, or this nut right here. A little bit of the old trusted Freol. around pretty easy, so you can get your bolts back in where you need to get them back in. Long pry bar is always handy. Enough to push it down as far as you can, get that nut started. Of course, it's a different nut size. I'll leave the tightening of this for now until I get this up in the air further. If you want to finish it off here, just tighten this off, get your little castle nut lined up with your hole, cut a pin in and twist it off, and then this side would be done. Jack it up here and you'll see when I get up, take the pressure off of that upper ball joint. There, you can see it, that arm, control arm lifting up a little bit there. If you watch here, you can see that it's lifting off of the rubber, so you know the pressure is off that control arm on top. see. Yeah, you can kind of see now. I got some slack in here. I'll use my it's just to put a little bit of pressure on the ball joint so I can undo that castle nut, just in case the ball joint is spinning in there when you're trying to do the nut. Just allows a bit more pressure back on it. And then you can just slowly release it. There you go. And now you can just kind of repeat the other side. Unbolt all 4 of these. These are 12s, 12 on top and bottom. And then just like I showed on the other one, and just tap it out. A little penetrating oil just helps everything go a little smoother. And then slide this one out, same as the other side we did. Slide it back in, tighten all these up, and then just repeat the process.